Alone with as yourself you are Ananda, Swarupa. That is called Swarupa. That is you. Related love. That love itself becomes hatred. Why? Because I depend upon love for my Ananda. Because I don't know that I am Ananda. And therefore only this fellow makes me Ananda. He pleases me. And therefore I depend upon another source for my being happy. And necessarily that object pleases me so totally that I want that. In fact, I want myself. And that that object gives me totally as I am. Therefore that object becomes very important. I dote on that object. And I dote on the object, I hold on to the object, I'm afraid that I may lose all these problems. Then the problems all start, then you know what it is all about. Then, and if that turns against me, it doesn't help me, and it turns against me, then I turn against. Same love becomes hate. The same love, suppose that person whom I love, so love person or anything, I tell you, a creature also, a dog or a cat or whatever, if that deserves any help, love becomes what? Love becomes help. Love becomes sharing. If that object deserves sympathy, love turns into sympathy, compassion, mercy. Mercy what? Mercy, forget it. You are not in a big position to give mercy. So compassion, sympathy, sharing, helping, service, friendship, all these love alone, only one emotion, I tell you, that itself assumes all this. It all depends upon what does that object of love require now. And itself becomes hatred, anger, frustration, despair, another whole host of it. When I don't understand things well, then I dote on the object, and that object also thinks. That's why cat is better. Because cat doesn't think much. It's always the same. So every day, previously cat was good, now also it is good, every day it is good, every time you come home it is the same. A dog also, every time you come home it is the same. But it is not so with people. They are given to moods. I mean, dog also gets into certain mood, but not as much. That's why people prefer pets to people. It's easy to deal with. Our fears, all fears. These pets are out of fear. It's not really love. You analyze these pet people, except a few, okay? I don't know, all I cannot say. Generalization is always a problem. But then most you will find the pet people are afraid of people. Pet people means, people who pet pets. And so, who want pets. And those fellows, they are afraid of people. Except a few who love animals. Generally, they are afraid of people. They always want, because they are very sure you can relate to them nicely. I can give you call a name nicely, Jimmy. You can call him nice name. And so, if you call a cat, it doesn't work. And so, cat doesn't, you can call the cat also, because it doesn't know anything. And so, doesn't require a name. So any sound is okay, you call the cat. Hey, black cat, come here. White cat, come here. And you can always call. Black is black. Hey, big cat, come here. A small cat, come here. Kitten, come here. The grown-up kitten, come here. Like this, you can use that. But then you like to give a name. Julie, Judy. So like this, you give Mark. All that you give a name. Give a name and satisfy yourself. And then shut up, Mark. Because there is nobody else. The real Mark went away. Therefore you make the dog, shut up. Sit down, Mark. Get up, Mark. All that you can do. That Mark won't do that. Mark it. It is one simple love alone towards a creature or towards anything. It expresses in different forms. And if the object, because I depend upon that object, not knowing that I am the source of that love, that Ananda manifests in the form of love. I don't know it. And therefore, my love has got all the strings. A lot of strings attached. I love you only when you fulfill all this. You give conditions. And thereby what happens is, and it is, nobody can fulfill all your conditions anyway. And therefore you find love suffers. Because we have no other way of discovering that Ananda. You love a mountain because it doesn't displease you. You love the stars because they don't tease you. They only twinkle at you. They wink at you, but they don't tease you. And thus you find things that don't displease me become the objects of my love, inasmuch as they do not remind the wanting, okay, the depending upon me. Me, the one who depends upon a number of things. And that fellow is the insecure, the inadequate, the incomplete, the frightened, the fellow shriveled and shrunk. That guy is not reminded by some situations. You find there is another person who is free, full, complete, adequate, secure, free from fear. And then just there is no limit for that fellow. There is nothing that limits him. There is no let or hindrance. And thus, when I love the stars, there is nothing in between me and stars. I am as big as the whole space. There is no limit anywhere. It is the same thing. When you love an object, a small little thing, whatever, an emerald, you love, small emerald. I love this. So whatever you love, I tell you. So there again it is a whole. It is not just limited only up to this fullness, is not limited here. And now the subject-object fused there. And there is no seeker-sought relationship. You find that fullness is manifest. Understand? Therefore, there is nothing outside Ananda. All things that you dislike also are expressions of same love alone, same Ananda. Because I love Ananda, therefore it is not outside Ananda. And again they are not outside. What you dislike is not away from awareness. The dislike is, and it is known, never away from it. And then again, what I am indifferent to, it is the same thing. The indifferent one, is it outside as Satchidananda? No. The object to which I am indifferent is known. I am indifferent. Why I am indifferent? Because I love Ananda. I love the pleased one. And therefore I don't care for this because it doesn't please me. Then why don't you hate it? No, it doesn't displease me either. Therefore, since it does not displease me, nor does it please me, I am indifferent. Therefore, what is it that you love? There again, indifference also is an expression of love for Ananda. Understand? All that you love is yours, and the self that is Ananda, and therefore nothing is away from Satchidananda. You can now say, perhaps this is away. What away? Yeah, non-existent thing is away from Sat. Is it true? Is it true? Tell me. My horn is not. Okay? Manushya Shringa. The man's horn is not. Okay? It is absent, totally absent. Now, tell me, is it away from is? A non-existent thing, is it away from existence? Is? No. For that the man has no horn is known to you. In that knowledge, there is awareness, is. Understand? Look here. Do I have a pot in my hand? Real pot I am talking about. Pot in my hand. There is no magic possible. That's what I am telling you. The other one, or you can perhaps hide some. But here, I am talking of a huge pot. All right. Do I have an elephant in my hand? Only baby elephant. Now, so that in my hand there is no pot, there is no flower. You know now. I ask you, do you have a pot? No, Swami. You don't have a pot. I ask you, how do you know? How do you know? It is Pramana Siddha. That I have no pot in my hand is known to you. Understand? Is known to you. Like the hand is known to you. That the pot in my hand is not there is known to you. That's good. Now how do you know it? Tell me. Perception or inference? Perception. Perception. Perception means what? By what do you see? By the eyes? By the eyes you see? By the eyes what you see? No pot. Do you see no pot? You see only pot. Or you see the hand. You don't see no pot anytime. Neither you see no elephant. Nor you see anything that is not there, because eyes can see only those things that reflect light. Nothing else you can see. Only hand is there. There is no, you don't see no pot. And therefore it is not perception. Therefore it is inference. Okay, wait. Inference means, what is inference? That means, I think there is no pot. Now we have to say that. I think there is no pot. What is the ratiocination? What is the analysis, the reasoning there? I conclude there is no pot in Swami's left hand. Do you know why? Because he is holding the hand like this. If the pot is there, it will come down. Why? There is no necessity. I put my hand inside the pot. It is not inference. Then it is another type of knowledge, which is called anupalabdhi. Another means of knowledge, perception based, all right. All that you see is hand. But if I ask you, do you see a pot? You will say no. Definitely. Because you see only the hand. And therefore, which does not include pot, which does not include anything else. Therefore you see the hand. If I ask you, do you see an elephant? You will laugh. You won't say there is no elephant. You will simply laugh. I should infer that you know that I have no elephant in my hand. Okay? It's very clear that with reference to a pot, when you look at the hand, you say it is not there. It's another means of knowledge. Directly. It is directly perceived by you. In the sense, so means all that you see is hand. The abhava, the non-existence, is also appreciated by a means of knowledge. Therefore, that the man doesn't have a horn is also known to you. Therefore, I would put it, there is no such thing as non-existence. Total non-existence is not there, because in the appreciation of non-existence, there is consciousness is. Absence of horn is, means awareness is, when there is the knowledge of what is non-existent. Understand? Therefore, you can't simply say there is non-existence. There is no such thing as non-existence. Total. Why? Because in appreciation of anything non-existent, awareness is. Understand? So the absence of man's horn is. Therefore, the asat also, is not away from, Tucham also is not away from Satyam, and Anritam also is not away from Satyam. Because Anritam means what? False. Why it is false? Because there is something truth. In fact, false has got truth. Do you know the truth of the false? What is the truth of the false? That it is false. That is the truth. False also has got truth. That it is false. That is the truth about it. There is no such thing as false total. And therefore, there is a truth. That's why there is false. And therefore, so if there is a counterfeit, there must be something real. Is not. In a country where anybody can print his own currency. And then if anybody, I don't know what kind of currency, it won't be a currency anyway. Suppose it is allowed, you can print your own currency. It is allowed. And I don't know how the economy will work. There is no chance of working for that. But anyway, so then there is no counterfeit. Or every village has got its own currency. Or every district has got its own currency. And everybody can print means. Then there is nothing counterfeit. Anybody can do anything means there is no counterfeit. Only when you say this is counterfeit, then there is real. And similarly, when you say this is Anritam, depends entirely upon Satyam. The false is, at least. The false is. And when you see the false as real, then also the false is when you say awareness is. If you call the bluff, then also awareness is. When there is bluff, awareness is. Therefore, nothing is away from Satyam. Nothing is away from Satyam, which is Chit awareness, which is Ananda. Therefore, Aham Satchidananda. I am Satchidananda. And everything is plus. Okay? Satchidananda plus. Satchidananda minus is what? Satchidananda plus the world, an object. All right, Satchidananda minus the object, Satchidananda. That's it. And therefore, okay, now you are Satchidananda. Plus money, you are what? Satchidananda plus. Ananda means understand fullness. So Satchidananda plus money, it is a comfortable Satchidananda. Satchidananda minus money, nothing is lost. Satchidananda. Understand now? So everything is addition. If you have a body, addition. Satchidananda can walk around. Otherwise Satchidananda cannot do anything. So now it can walk around. Satchidananda is walking. That's why Swami are called Ananda. You understand why now? So Satchidananda is walking now. Satchidananda, if it has got a tongue, Satchidananda can talk. If it has got eyes, Satchidananda can see. If there is somebody, Satchidananda can express love. If there is nobody, Satchidananda is Satchidananda. Nothing is lost. Nothing is gained. In fact, there is only gain, there is no loss. The world is, I am already Satchidananda full. I am complete. The world is within that Satchidananda alone. And therefore, I am already full. Plus the world, it becomes colorful. And you remove the color, it becomes what? Full. That's why I said colorful. And therefore, so it is colorful, full. Colorful, full. Which you want to tell me? You can choose colorful too. But be full. Otherwise, it will not be colorful. I tell you, you will be colorful all right. But then you will find the color changes all the time and gets into black. All the color is absorbed, you know. When you absorb all the color, you turn black. Now if you are free from color, full, like white, then this is color. The world adds color to the fullness, and remove the world, you are fullness. Understand? This is called freedom. And again we will see this further tomorrow. Okay? Thank you.